Good evening, Blues. How are we?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Just want to dedicate tonight's show for Mr. Ricky Hatton, who's everybody's heard by now, sadly passed away yesterday. Ricky only lived two minutes around the corner from me. Used to always see him round-eyed and stuff like that. But I always say I'm genuinely never be shocked, and there's always something. What crops up, what truly shocks you. We've seen all the tributes and stuff like that come in, since the news broke yesterday, and not one bad comment. And if I seen a bad comment about him, I'd call him a liar, because knowing how Ricky was with the people, not just City fans, but just with people, whether up and down the country, Tenerife, where he had a place in Los Cristianos. It's shocking, and I don't mind admitting, yesterday at the match, when Danny Jackson did his bit of a eulogy, I was bawling my eyes out, because I could see the pain also what was going in, through Danny, because I know Danny's been good mates with Ricky for a long time, and for what Danny did yesterday, wow, and it just shows you, gents, doesn't it? Doesn't matter fame and fortune. And by the way, I don't want any speculating on the show or anything like that of how he died or anything like that. But one thing we do know is he suffered really bad with mental health issues. And it goes to show fame, fortune means nothing when you've got them demons inside your head. He openly admitted many times that he tried to commit suicide. And Ricky, one of the toughest individuals you would ever find, couldn't fight a little demon on his shoulder, as he said. And, it drove him to what looks like, the end for him, which is sad. 46 years of age, guys. And it just brings it home, doesn't it? Us men, Paddy, you'll know this, I'm one of the worst for keeping things to myself. And I'll be, it's pointless me being hypocritical to everybody watching or to you guys when I say I've not been on the show for a few weeks, because I've really not been feeling it. I've not been feeling myself, no pun intended or anything like that. I've just not been, and sometimes you don't even know why. It's just, and it's normally all the jokey ones like me who are suffering, and it's just masking things. And thankfully, I do reach out to people when I'm feeling down, because I don't know why I'm feeling down sometimes. And it's not about me. I think the point what I'm trying to make is just speak out, not just men, but anybody who thinks that. And it's mainly old school, isn't it? Old school who think, you're brave and hard if you keep your problems to yourself. Guys, it's not like that. It's not like that at all. Reach out and speak to people, because I do. And everyone just thinks I'm an arsehole who has a laugh and a joke and stuff like that. Yeah, I am. But it don't mean to say, people don't have demons and stuff. Just reach out, because we've seen it far too often now where, and again, I'm not saying Ricky's took his own life, by the way. I don't want to speculate, but I'm just going off things what he said even recently. But it's a wake-up call for people just to reach out and speak to somebody, even if it's a stranger on the phone or whoever. The world's better off with you rather than without you, because all the loved ones what you'd leave behind. You probably think that loved ones, or friends, you probably think the world's better off without you. Speak to them. I bet you as much money, every one of them will tell you the world's a better place with you. Sorry for a bit of a downer to the start of the show, guys, but I just feel that something needs to be done, and I don't know, it's heartbreaking, Paddy.
Certainly is. As regards what can be done, it does rely on the person, to be honest with you. If he has died by suicide, it's as hard as it is to accept that's an adult decision. As both of you know, it's my area of expertise, so to speak. That's the area I work in. Having worked with thousands of people who have survived suicide, it's not that they want to die, it's they want the pain to stop. And the only way that pain is going to stop, as they see, is when they get into that tunnel vision and think, I'd be better off dead. Where there's a saying that I'd rather listen to your problems rather than carry your coffin. You know, but it is a man thing. Women talk, women cry, women communicate, men don't. It's not as bad now as it was in our generation, but there still is a stigma out there that it's weakness, and it's actually quite the opposite. It's a sign of strength. Like I'll always say, if you broke your leg or broke your arm, you tell anyone. But if your mind is broken, you don't tell anyone because of the shame and the guilt around that. And there's no difference for me in physical health and mental health. They shouldn't. You'll hear people trying to separate them. Your health is your health. Should it be your physical health or your mental health? It's health. At the end of the day, it's you. You're one person. We don't know how Ricky Hatton died. I'm sure it'll come out eventually, but it doesn't make a difference how many zeros you have in your bank account, because mental health issues know no boundaries. And unfortunately, if he has died by suicide, he's joining a long list. People die by suicide in their thousands, most weeks.
I know, Paddy. Paddy, I know. I've not seen it, but some people, may think, normal people do it every day of the week. Why don't they get a mention? But when somebody as high profile as a Robin Williams, a Ricky Hatton does it,
Gary Speed.
that should Gary Speed. The list is endless, and it's those personalities, well-known people who hopefully will bring it to the forefront, because it just shows that fame and fortune doesn't mean anything.
I think Paddy made a very good point there, that health is health, be it physical or mental. The problem with mental health is you can't see it. You can see a broken arm, but you can't see a broken mind. And it's incumbent on that person to tell you that their mind's broken. But they're not in that situation to tell you. They want to keep it. It's their little shame. And I think it's been said many times, and I think you know this one, Paddy, that, those types of problems are permanent solutions to temporary problems. And I don't know anyone who is pleased to see somebody die in that manner. Because you'd rather be alive so that you can take the piss and have the banter and talk to each other. Once that's gone, it'll never come back. And I think, it's important. It is important. I'm not very good on things like this, but it's, just be wary and just remember that, if you can't see somebody's got a disability, it doesn't mean that they're not screaming in agony inside.
Well, everyone wears a mask, don't they?
Yeah.
So it's only when you go home and you take that mask off and the people close to you actually see the real you, and sometimes you even hide it from them. Just the way it's just the way society. There's an expectation of all of us within society. I think me and I follow a certain lifestyle standards, in terms of the native Indian lifestyle and the Buddha lifestyle. Once you remove expectation from your life, the happier you'll be.
Yeah.
If you wake up tomorrow morning and you take expectation out of your life, you can't be disappointed.
No. And I have to say as well, I just like to spend 10 minutes or so just because I just feel, there'll be people who chat in the chat. There'll be people who just tune in just to listen to it, who don't want to talk or anything like that. It's just important to know that. And to be fair, on our Facebook group, we do have a. Sorry, I just was tripping over myself. Then we do have a chat open, don't we? Mm. We do have a chat. We do have a chat open, and it's open 24/7 for people. And we're not just saying it on the back of yesterday. We pride ourselves on our DMs are always open for anybody who just wants to chat, laugh, whether they want to rant. It's just so important. I'm just going to bring somebody in, and I'm so glad he's joined us. How are you, mate?
How are we, lads? Sorry about being off the camera. I'm obviously just, Andy, I'm driving back over now, so.
What are we calling you tonight?
Call me. What do you call me? Well, let's not go down the Donna road, eh? Let's not go down that road again. But yeah, no. I just want to say, obviously, massive, thoughts, and I don't obviously know. I didn't catch that. Obviously, start of your show, Andy, but I do want to say a massive well done to Danny. I think a lot of stuff what he says, obviously, no one can. Do you know what I mean? Nobody can quite put into words what happened yesterday. It was a great day, but then it wasn't really. Beating United, it's everyone loves that from when we used to be so young and we lived in the shadow, as they used to say back then. But to lose any person, no matter who it is, I know Paddy just touched on it then, and it happens far too much. But yeah, the words what Danny spoke, I thought he summed him up brilliantly, to be honest. And
Elliot, I was bawling my eyes out, mate.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here, Andy. Same here. There was a few others, mate, in the south stand, and I think it was sort of the thing of even when we were probably that game yesterday, there was probably people in that stadium who were struggling, and that's not right. That's, as you said, Andy. Me and you spoke privately, haven't we, about this, and we said that's not the world what we should be living in.
No.
At the end of the day, Ricky Hatton, and I know Steve Lewis put it in the chat then about a few comments ago. $50 million in the bank, it doesn't mean anything. Players earn 200 grand, 300 grand a week. I mean, you look. I know you just touched on in there, Andy, briefly. Robbie Williams, how much is he worth? Doesn't mean anything. He still struggles.
Robin, not Robbie.
Robbie.
Well, he's right. Sorry, Robbie would.
Yeah. And it does, because you've got the and it's. And you can strip it back a bit. And again, Elliot, how many times have we spoke about this? The shit what Jack Grealish was getting and stuff like that. We've touched upon it on the show, Paddy and Stan as well, haven't we? All the shit. You don't realise what it does to people.
Did you actually see Phil Foden's interview after the match yesterday?
Yeah.
I had to switch social media off last night because it was really getting me to a point where I don't mind admitting I was a bit of a wreck, just reading everything and seeing everything. And because the way social media works with all the algorithms, once you watch something similar come, and it got in my head, and I just thought I just need to switch off and try and reset that. Not because I didn't care, but because because I knew I could feel myself going, and I'm in a place now where I know where to draw that line. I have to say, yesterday, though, to everybody, I thought, for the minutes, applause, cheering, whatever, I thought the Man United fans as well were magnificent. So, fair play to them as well.
Yeah, did Manchester proud, I think, Andy. I think everybody did Manchester proud as the old city itself, and even people in general. I mean, look how much love he got, man. Just crazy.
What is it? How many people could? Well, how many people could get Muhammad Ali to come and open your gym in Hyde where we live? It was like, what?
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali? How many
people?
How many boxers could get 25,000 Brits over to Vegas to watch you fight? Some of the American fighters can't get 25,000 in their own backyard. So that just shows how much of a legend, not just a Manchester legend, but a legend in general, done it, Stan?
It does, yeah. And it comes back as well. There's something that Joe Corrigan, all those years ago, over 50 years ago, said something about booing and slagging a player off. You can hear it, and you think that's the best way to get me back into form. It all stems from that sort of intolerance. And we were saying, with it being an invisible problem, people think, oh, I'd be all right, I pay me money and this, that, and the other, and I should be able to say what you want. You're free to say what you want. Just be mindful of the consequences of what you say.
Yeah,
that's where it's at.
That's the problem with social media, Stan. They'll say it online, but they actually say it to the person's face, up close and personal.
Facts. Yeah, facts, Paddy. That's the biggest gripe I have. That's the biggest gripe I had. If Jack Grealish walked past half these people and flagged him off, nobody would say anything to him.
Has anybody seen this on social media? Now, I've taken his name off. No. It's a very, very good friend of mine, and he posted this yesterday, right? And it had, I think, almost 2 million views. It was all over social media. He's had death threats and everything, to the point where he's had to make all his social media inactive. And it was all for, and I'll put it on the screen now for this. For anybody who can't see it, it's a Manchester United. It's somebody who's working at the game yesterday wearing a Manchester United shirt. Now, a good friend of mine, and I'm not going to mention his name, tweeted City to say, what's going on here? You've got somebody serving behind the counter wearing a Manchester United shirt, even on Derby Day. And the amount of death threats and abuse he's got is, I've seen it because I jumped on the back of it today, and I've just been basically putting all these knobheads in the place. That's the kind of thing. Now, if somebody posts something like that innocent, now he's been called a grass and everything for that, when all he's done is probably prevent a really, really bad situation, inciting violence and stuff like that. And the abuse what he's got.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have to post it, Andy. There should be supervisors that spot that and say, take that off or change it or do whatever. Like, he shouldn't have to be posting that. Like, that's down to regulations by the club. Who enforces the dress code, number one? Who's minding them when they're walking behind serving drinks and pies and stuff like that? Like, there's surely somebody employed there in a supervisor capacity.
Yeah. And again, he's a very, very good friend of mine, and I know certain things what go on in his mind, and things, the abuse what he's got, that could tip somebody the other way. And that's all for social media is the devil. It really, really is the devil. I know it has its good points as well. But how many times, Paddy, have you told me not to react to people and stuff like that on social media? But sometimes I just cannot help. I'd like to think I've got better as with your help, that is. And, I don't mind admitting that with your help. Sometimes now I just scroll on, block, block.
Arguing with people on social media is the equivalent of you telling me tomorrow's Sunday. it's not going to work.
The problem is as well, Paddy, you can't beat stupidity. The people who are stupid and put stupid stuff, that's normal for them. So you're never going to win with stuff like that. And me and Andy spoke about this all the time.
They'll always bring you down to their level, and they'll
Exactly.
beat you at it because they've had years of experience down there.
Do you want to know something I was taught? And I don't use this. Well, I don't practice what I preach with this. It's like never argue with an idiot because they'll bring you down to your level, down to their level and beat you with experience.
You got that right in your case the first time, Andy.
Reg, glad you could join us, mate. What I would say is after the show, mate, just watch the start of the show back, because I just feel it's important for everybody, a message. And it's not me sitting here preaching and stuff like that. It's people, ultimately people will do what they do, but I just think it's an important message what people, not just men, but men and women have got to start doing. Not just for themselves, but for the friend, for the loved ones in general. Shall we get on to the match, guys?
Mm-hmm.
What did you? I'm going to say I don't think we played brilliant all the way through. What we'll say is individually we played very well. Collectively, I thought Foden, Haaland, and who's the other one? Did he have a driver yesterday, Doku, Elliot?
He certainly did. He certainly did, yeah. Yeah, he certainly did.
And who do you think was the driver? What did you notice? Who was the driver?
Me?
No.
It wasn't Jim Bowen, was it, in that speedboat?
No. Did you watch the highlights, Mac? Andy, did you watch the highlights, Mac? I've
not, mate, because my head was gone a bit yesterday, mate. So I dodged a hell of a lot. So enlightened me.
He started playing, and the way he was playing, I thought somebody's influencing you. Somebody has taken you aside and started drilling you on your own. And guess who that somebody is?
Don't know.
Can I have a guess? Yeah, Collatori. Yeah. Collatori.
Watch it back.
What did he get hold of him? And
yeah, watch it back.
Have you noticed though, Pep Linders and Colo wasn't on the bench yesterday?
Yeah, they were.
I'm sure he wasn't. I'm sure he was sat further back. I could be wrong.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know where they were sat, but they were there.
Mm-hmm. But I just thought, I don't know about you and the guys in the chat. I just think we've changed our style a little bit yesterday. Like Donna Summer in net. I'm not scared with a corner coming in now. Are you, Elliot?
No.
I think he's next Sunday.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's a good one that for him, Paddy. To be honest, the Arsenal game, because that's one of them where he can sort of really put his stamp down, and I'm confident. I will say I'm confident. I think his shot stopping ability is very, very good. I mean, the Mbuemo one that could have easily gone down as one of the best Manchester derby goals of all time. To be honest, the way he caught it was very, very good strike bang in front of us. To be honest, but I was impressed. I was very, very impressed, and yeah, I think the defence looked a little bit reassured as well. If I'm honest, I think there was sort of that little bit of we've got him at the back of us kind of thing, and that's no disrespect to Edison, but I think that's maybe being lost a little bit in recent times, I'd say.
That's the thing with him. He's going to make certain saves that a lot of other keepers won't make just because of the sheer physicality of him. His reach is like an albatross, and he's going to make them saves. Unless Eddie had moved his feet across, he wouldn't have got that, just for the fact that he wasn't tall enough and his arm reach isn't big enough. But you've seen him now, Andy, Donnarumma, right in front of you.
Donna Summer. It's Donna Summer because he's hot stuff. I will say one thing though.
At 6'6", that fella isn't just tall; he's a unit. And when you're facing in, and this is why, for me, why he saved so many penalties, because he's that big and he fills the net that wide. That little bit of an area where you've got to score, just shrinks and shrinks and shrinks. And it's just his sheer physical presence. And that is why we bought him. When somebody that good comes on the market for that,
tell you what it reminds me of. A goalkeeper playing five-a-side where he fills the net up, and then all of a sudden, even if you're a top-class striker, you're running at him thinking, I've got to get the ball past this absolute unit. He's taller than me, and I was sat down in the second tier. He was still taller than me. He is a big old unit, honestly. And
presence.
I will never judge him or anything like that. However, what we'll say is, I think he had a very, very good debut, even though his distribution wasn't the best. However,
he's not there for that.
However, Patrick, I think we've changed our tactics a little bit. Did you notice yesterday with the goal kicks, all our players seem to go to one side. Yeah. Now, what I was thinking, I said to my mate who sits at the side, mate, I went, if we're doing that, how about, because everyone's going to expect that, how about throwing Ireland that way as a tactic rather than the ball come over and you're ready? The ball's going to go either left or right, whichever way they're doing it. If you've got Ireland or a fast player over there and Donna Summer boots the ball that way, that's a good avenue. I've got to say as well, I thought Haaland was sensational yesterday. I think probably his best game for us for defending, distribution, the way he took his goals. I'm not going to blame him for that so-called open goal, by the way, because I thought he did well to get in there. But again, praise for Doku as well. I can't believe I'm saying it, but credit where it's due. I thought it was. Come on, Elliot. Let's give a bit of Doku love, eh?
Yeah, it were good. I'll tell you what's interesting. Get your thoughts on it, and people in the chat as well. You know, the first goal, which obviously Phil scored. Where did that goal come from? What wing was he on?
Right.
Do you know where he used to play for his old club? Right wing.
All right.
Doku. Yeah. Yeah, because Vino used to play left for Girona. And Doku used to play right.
In all fairness, if Luke Shaw was on the opposite side of the pitch to me, I'd go over there too.
Yeah. No, he played well. He did play well. I thought he was one of them yesterday where he did everything sort of right as well, and hopefully he kicks on now and takes it into Thursday, then Sunday, and then obviously the following game after that. Because I think if he can play like that consistency wise, I think he's scary to say. I know you know my thoughts, Andy. He probably can be one of the best wingers in the world. Because going past defenders and fullbacks, it's natural to him, but it's the little bit of the end stuff which obviously I've criticised him. But yeah, yesterday was very, very good.
The thing is as well,
the Haaland chat was it, or the Haaland chance within 18 seconds of the kickoff. He found Haaland in that.
I've watched him for Belgium a little bit, sort of like the past couple of games. I don't know what it is. I know it might be the Pep effect and that 12-month thing. I know is he into year 3? He's into year 3 with us, so it's not quite the 12-month effect. But he seems to have changed the way he's playing now. He seems to be going more diagonal, i.e. Sané Sterling, than just going into like a no man's land. And if somebody has had an influence on him, i.e. Kolo Touré, like you said, Paddy, then like yesterday, the first goal, it came from him being on the right, you know.
Yeah.
I think most players, after it was it Luke Shaw, I'm not surprised he missed that fat bastard. Hit him. But for him to chip it straight back in for Foden's goal, how many players would let that just go out for a corner?
I'll tell you something now. That header was a lot more difficult than Phil Foden made it look.
Even he was
back to his old ways yesterday. To be fair, Paddy, Foden were back to his good old ways, and we needed that.
That's the thing. A few of the players have said, and Pep has said, the joy is back. And then if you listen to the post-match interview where he's been reading all the negative shit, which he shouldn't be, but he is, and it's probably had an effect on him. But the only gripe I would have yesterday is, and I'm not saying he didn't have a good game, but in terms, especially coming up next Sunday, I would like to see Aki at left back instead of O'Reilly, and I definitely don't think David Silva or fucking Bernardo Silva.
David Silva.
We could do with David, Paddy. We could do with David. I'll say that.
I don't think the Silva had a good game, and I'd rather, for me, that team yesterday, I would put for next Sunday. I put Aki at left back, and I put Oscar Bob on in place of Bernardo Silva, and I'd be happy with that team.
I thought Bernardo came to life after about 60 minutes. I'll be honest, but I agree with you, Paddy. I don't think he was in it. Rodri wasn't in it, but what we've got to realise, especially with Rodri, it's going to take him a while to get to the grips of it. Thought Oscar Bob was excellent when he come on. What Steve Lewis is saying here, cushion off a four. Wow, man. I love that guy. I absolutely love Kushinov. Us Beckenbauer in it, Stan. Yesterday, he's just a no-nonsense defender in it. He's going to get his fair share of yellow cards, however, but he's going to win more than his fair share of clearances, headers as well.
Yeah.
It came at a good time, that match. There's no doubt. We lost a couple. We'd had a wobble. We could have a break, and we've come back. And at the moment, we're getting there. We do look like a team that's had 6 changes, and they're still bedding in one another. So we weren't purring like the roller that we can be. But there's enough in them lads that we'll be all right. It did help as well having relegation fodder to boost the goal difference as the home match when we came back.
Yeah, it could have been more. But I'd have took a 1-0 yesterday just to get it back on track. I must admit, at 1-0, Elliot, I was like, fuck, we need another goal because I don't want it panning out like last season where we're totally in control and all of a sudden we get dicked 2 quick goals.
Well, that's why I'm different. I agree with you. That's why I think the Donnarumma save at that point was such a big save, because if they sort of get a goal there, you're sort of thinking, and we know what it's like. It does get nervous, and obviously I think no matter what club you're at, no matter what stadium, if your team goes 2-1 and it's in a derby, you start thinking, what's going to happen here? And obviously the thing from last year, I suppose, is a little bit still new to us with obviously the game at the Etihad. So no, I thought it were good to go and get. And I think, to be honest, Andy, if I'm honest, I think we sort of played in. I don't think we really got out of second gear for a lot of the game.
No.
And I agree with Paddy, to be fair, on the Bernardo thing. I thought it did come into it. I agree with you on that, but I think I'm not too sure about him on the right with the sort of new style of play.
Oscar Bob's. I think Oscar Bob's the man for that. I really do. I think Oscar Bob.
I think I'm on the same page.
Something about him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Bella Mo says, where is our Anne-Marie? Hope she had a great day yesterday. She did. She was posting pictures of her, a dad and Khaldoon everywhere, even in all of the phone boxes where a telephone number is and everything. There was a picture of her there with Khaldoon. And she's not here tonight because the lucky swine, Khaldoon's actually took her to the Odeon Cinema tonight, hasn't he, Paddy?
He has.
Yeah.
Did a back roll.
Yeah.
Did he even do that anymore?
No, but seriously, it looks like they both had a really, really good day, and fair play to City, and in particular Khaldoon. He seems to have spent quite a bit of time with them, and that just shows that personal touch as well. It was great to see Cheeky at the match as well yesterday, wasn't it, Stan? And I think he deserved all the praise he was getting yesterday because he had his fair share of stick in that, but he's been magnificent for us since he came to us, Cheeky.
Oh, he has. He's been a cornerstone of what's gone on. The 3 of them there, Perrin, Pep, and Cheeky. Changed the club forever, no doubt about it. The work they've put in and the players they've brought in. You look back at some of the players we've been watching. Every single good memory we've had, them 3 have been instrumental in it.
Is that true, Elliot?
I think it's important to mention Omar during this because he needs a certain amount of praise as well for what he's done.
Who's that? Sorry, Paddy, who did you say?
Omar.
Barada, I think.
That clown that went to United.
No, I've just seen an idiot who's just going nowhere. When left on his own, nothing.
Yeah, they didn't look happy in that stand yesterday, did they? Which is quite funny. Really, I
saw more class. I saw more class in Statler and Waldorf on the Muppets than I did in that little box they've got.
Speaking of Waldorf and Statler, it's like used to in the middle there.
At least I'm using my own internet. He's using his neighbours.
I don't think he's. I think he's on dial up there. Well, there's a lot of positives from Jazz. Yeah, we've oozed over Haaland, Foden, and Doku, and rightly so. But then you've got to look at, considering I don't think Reinders played very, very well yesterday as well. Bernardo didn't play really well until about 60 minutes. Rodri didn't really play well, in my opinion. But credit has also got to go there. I thought, obviously, Kushinoff, brilliant. We've just touched upon him. But Diaz was brilliant. Gavadio had his fair share of good moments as well. So once we start seeing a steady... But I agree with, I think it was you who said it, Paddy. I much prefer Aki at left back than Nico because, yet again, we're asking a player to do. Although he played well, you know. Mm-hmm. I think we're asking a player to be in a position where he's not comfortable, where we've got an experienced international in Aki who can play there. I know his best position's at a centre back, but Aki can play there very, very comfortable. And all of a sudden, we've got a more stable with an absolute giant there as well.
You have, but Aki can't bring what Nori and O'Reilly can do. You know, the attacking bit as well, and it is quite important that we've got an extra guy in midfield. It's the same with the Silva on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difficult one because if you take him out and put in Oscar Bob, you then got Bob, Foden, and Doku with Ireland, and I think it tips the. Just don't think he gets the shape right. I think we lose a little bit there without the industry of Silva.
One thing what we saw yesterday again was, I know it was only a few minutes to go, but Haaland going off. We saw Rodri going off. It's been seasons, well, not especially last season, Elliot, where we've had to play these players all the way through, haven't we? You know, to 90 plus minutes. Where
yeah, and I wonder if they fit, Andy. That's the other side of it. I wonder if they've actually been fit because I think last year was obviously a bit of horrible, obviously for many reasons. I mean, the run what we had weren't great. No one's going to say it was, but I think the problem was nobody sort of looked around and thought, yeah, do you know what? You're going to probably drag me through this sort of spell. And I think now, I know you just touched on Rodri there, but I think just having Rodri in the team in general, not even playing wise, if he's in the team and he's at the training ground and things like that, I think it does make a big difference. So I would agree with that, Andy. Yeah, I think having players back and competition, that's what we need. It's big. It's big moving forward.
It's quite worrying in one respect, Stan, in it that, you know, we've already accumulated so many injuries already. But what I will say on that is it's different. It's different than last season, isn't it? Because people were moaning the back end of last season, like, what's the point buying Kushinoff, you know, if we're not going to play him? What's the point in buying Nico Gonzalez if we're not going to play him? We was hearing all that kind of stuff. Now, we spoke on the show quite openly, didn't we, where they'd be sat in the stands watching for when they get their opportunity. And we're seeing that now. It's like Kushinoff, he's like a fast Zabaleta, isn't he?
Yeah, I tell you what, I was a player as well. It isn't, you're getting these big lads back, and I think we're going to have to start realising we will have to rest them a bit more, so they're not going through those minutes and getting injured. I felt a little bit for Rangers in an odd way on Sunday because I think it's the first time Rodri started with him, and he's actually started in a big game like that. And when you've got like a City fans that are living God like Rodri next to you, he's probably having to defer a little bit and make sure Rodri's running the show. And that can affect you. It's like, well, hang on a minute, I would have got that ball last match, but Rodri's got it now, and where do I go from here? And that little bit of thinking now and again, it slows you up. But no, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.
It is Martin. I'm trying to alter the screen here. You all right, pal?
No, sorry. I keep having issues with my camera.
You just keep having issues, you.
A lot of issues at the minute. I didn't have any yesterday, apart from you.
Yeah, we've done the Danny stuff and the Ricky stuff, mate. We've just got into the football now. But for me, there was a lot of pleasing things, and me and Elliot are like that. Yeah, speedboat without a driver, and you're the same. I credit where it's due. I think he's been very good this season so far, and we've seen a change in style of play, haven't we?
Yeah. Everyone kept telling me Pep won't change. Pep won't bring new ideas. I thought it was quite refreshing yesterday. I really did. I think the way we were, I keep saying it, the way we were setting traps all over the field and United just kept falling into them. We were a bit, for me, like a cat playing with a mouse.
Mm-hmm.
And in a way, it was a bit of role reversal from last season where I think there was times last season where we had the ball a lot and it looks like you're doing a lot with it, but you're not really doing a lot with it. You're just passing it around. And I think yesterday we attacked with a purpose. We allowed everyone to go back to do exactly what they needed to do. The back line were allowed to just defend. They didn't have to worry about trying to bring the ball out of play and cushion off going flying up the right-hand side, banging crosses in. It was just so refreshing. You had Donnarumma, who I thought was exceptional in his debut. Phil Foden was everywhere. Haaland, that is the world's best forward. What you saw yesterday at Berlin.
I said before you joined us, mate, I said I think arguably that was his best game for us. Not just his link-up play, his goals, but his defending as well. There was an instance, wasn't there? I think it was the start of the second half where he was heading absolutely everything, from the corners, the throw-ins, balls coming in, and next minute, now he's on his toes. And that goal, his second goal, that was just that's a sign of somebody who's on a mission.
Well, he had 5 clearances out of his own box between headers and booting the ball. His second goal, for a nanosecond, I thought, oh God, he's offside. And then I realised then he was in his own half and he started to run, and that's why he wasn't offside.
Mm-hmm. But again, to assist from Doku as well, though. Have we got to start looking? Elliot, have we got to start looking at Doku now? For us who've done, again, have we got to start looking at him different if he carries on playing like this, or do you still? Is there something in the back of your head?
I think he's got to follow it up, hasn't he? Which, to be honest, every player's got to do that. Savino's the same. Oscar Bob, as much as we've seen very good spells from him, he's another one. Do the same. Reinders, I would dare say, apart from the first game, I think he's been sort of poor. Now I hear the thing of what Paddy said about God obviously bedding. I think it was Stan who said playing next to Rodri, it's going to be new. Going to have time. But if he starts doing it consistency-wise, and this is what makes world-class players. When they did it consistent, whether it was Sterling, whether it was Sané, Mahrez, and a lot of players who have done it over time, and that's what makes them world class, I suppose. But no, I were impressed with him yesterday, and yeah, I do think he did play really well actually, and he's probably unlucky maybe not to get a man of match performance, because another day he probably would have got it.
Mm-hmm. It bodes well though, Paddy, doesn't it? You know, because again, we've got the likes of Cherky to come back, and somebody said up there, we're not going to see the best of Rodri till probably Christmas, because everyone was expecting too much, especially like, back end of last season. It doesn't matter if Rodri says, I'm ready to come back. Doesn't matter. You're playing pretty much catch up. There's a difference between coming back from a serious injury to playing proper match football rather than just training sessions.
But I'm sitting here laughing to myself, and Stan will agree with me here. You're as fickle as they come. You haven't mentioned your golden boy once tonight. It's all done a runner. What happened, Trafford? Trafford was all the business a couple of weeks ago. You haven't mentioned him tonight.
Right. I'll be straight. Trafford.
Have you been on the phone to Alan, Andy?
I think it's because he didn't play, Paddy. That's why we're not really mentioned him.
Oh, sir, he wanted Trafford to be fucking tea lady. He wanted Trafford to be the fucking ball boy. He wanted Trafford to be the midfielder. He wanted Trafford to be his father. And look at
smug Paddy there.
I prefer my other photograph better. The day tripper. Put that up.
That one, mate.
That's the joy. I love that.
Yeah, they just.
Hey, out of the passport out on Thursday.
No, I feel I've got a right to reply to your comment regarding Trafford.
Right. Go on.
James Trafford.
Go on.
James Trafford is undoubtedly going to be a top keeper. Now, before Donna Summer became available, so were you.
It's better than what Alan calls him.
Right, so before Donna Summer became available, Trafford it looks like he was going to be Pep's number one. I think what changed Pep's mindset was the mistake that he had a poor sort of like 10 minutes, didn't he, against who was it against?
Spurs.
So what do you do now? Because surely in a manager's head, you'd be thinking, shit, I'm not going to be playing Edison. I brought somebody in who's Pep's choice. Did you think that it was like deja vu for when he got rid of Hart to bring
Bravo
in? And he thought he can't afford to have that uncertainty. So when Donna Summer become available, he thought, I've got to do it.
Do you know the mistake James Trafford made through no fault of his own? He tried to play to Ederson. What did Donnarumma do yesterday? He booted the ball every opportunity he got.
Good point.
Like, if you look at the second goal, I think it was against Brighton, where there was a bit of a mix-up in the box and he scored. That wouldn't happen with Donnarumma because it'd been in Rose Red. That's the only mistake, and that's just he's young and he's naive and he learned not to do that. But the biggest mistake James Trafford was trying to play to Ederson. Donnarumma didn't do it yesterday. Rose Red.
I think because Donna Summer's more experienced. Let's not forget he's only 26 as well. I know he looks 126. Have you seen a different style? Have you seen a different style in play this even before Donna Summer come in, Martin, with our goalkeepers, where we're going more direct than, because I've noticed our full-backs or centre-backs, they're still making, stood at the side, but we're launching it rather than...
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, Andy, Martin didn't even want Donnarumma, to be fair, so I'm interested to see what he's going to say about this.
No, I'm not going to lie.
Popcorn.
I'm not going to lie. I've changed a little bit in terms of...
That must be a fucking host thing, is it?
No, but at the end of the day, do I feel...
I'm I'm nodding my head there. I'm thinking,
No, you're nodding away, going, you agree. Listen, do I feel Trafford's been treated fairly? No, I don't. But is this a football club or is this a charity? Which one is it? And that's the point end of it. I do feel sorry for Trafford. Do I think Trafford will leave Manchester City? Yes, I do.
Why? No, I'm curious. Why?
Because I think he wants to be England number one. I think that World Cup thing is a big carrot for him, and it showed me that yesterday. And the first time in, he was immediately benched. Because with a goalkeeper, I know you always say players, are rotated. With a goalie, I don't think they are rotated. You're basically dropped because you're not rotated as a goalkeeper because you don't have 4 other people fighting for.
No, you have sort of like your cup competition goalkeepers. So I'm assuming Trafford will start the League Cup and he'll start the FA Cup.
Is that enough to make him England number one, though?
What about against Napoli? Do you think he'll start against Napoli?
No.
Oh, hope he doesn't, because I'm going to be there.
No.
He bought tickets for Naples, Paddy. He'll be watching it in Italy.
So, I mean, I'll be honest with you, Donnarumma, but I don't mind. I've seen a lot of people upset with the style of yesterday. And I keep saying, I think people are trying to bring, I think if you said to a lot of City fans, do you want what we had 3-4 years ago, but with a new set of players, I think they're going to go, yeah, the trouble is we're evolving as a team. This is a rebuild. This is a Pep changing things. And Pep said on numerous occasions last season, football is evolving. Football is changing now. And he has to evolve with them. That's what...
Cheers, Adam. You absolute lunatic, Adam. Cheers, mate.
At least he's not mentioned Chris Wood, which is actually a good thing. So at the end of the day, I have changed on Donnarumma, but for me, I'm just all about the badge now. I'm done with this player FC stuff. It's what is the best team. I don't care if they're from the EDS. It is what it is. We've got to put the badge before any name on the back.
Both of you was not my thoughts, Martin and obviously Donnarumma before. Well, to be honest, it's my love for him even gone even more up after what he did in front of the Rags yesterday, to be fair, because that's just...
Yeah.
So all it took was one player getting on his knees for everyone to love him.
Listen, you know my thoughts on him, Martin. You know my thoughts on him, man.
Hey, Martin, you've got on your knees for some people sometimes.
I did yesterday. You don't know him. Honestly, I'm not kidding you, because I need to buy some new clothes. I've lost 2 stone in weight, and I thought, great, I put these shorts on yesterday. Did
Bullshit. Bullshit, the camera never lies.
Yeah, did the Poznan yesterday. My shorts fell down and my phone went out my shorts. So he just got me crawling around on the floor trying to find my phone.
It was in your hand. You was fucking filming all game.
It did drop. No, because your mate asked me for a load of messages and videos.
Them videos and pictures what you were sending in, mate. That's none of my business.
I sent him a picture of you as well.
You've had 24 hours to come up with a story there, Martin, and all you can come up with is just scrambling around on the floor for my phone. I'm not sure about that one.
Hey, stand with the North Stand. I'm going to call it the North Stand. We were leading the way in atmosphere yesterday. We were rocking the joint out yesterday.
We're allowed to swear in there now. It's not the family stand. Now it's the North
Stand.
Yeah,
we were giving it. We started the Poznan. We were all going for it yesterday.
I didn't. I don't do the Poznan. Can't stand it. I
did notice that. You were the only one out of everyone just...
Why are you looking at me all the time?
Because when I turned round, I see your ugly mush, don't it? It's the light bouncing off your head.
Oh, hang on. Bend forward.
No, because you'll see the light bouncing off mine.
Looks like a monkey's ass. Oh, seem to have lost Elliot there. Yeah, so there's a lot of good things. What I know it's only one game, but the positive is we're undefeated in one game now.
Yeah, that's how runs start.
Here,
Yeah.
Will I tell you something? With all this all bad, this last 2 games back to back, how many points are we behind the so-called favourites?
I still think we're going to win the league.
You really need to up your medication.
So don't you think we're going to win the league?
No.
Liverpool's run of luck cannot continue like that.
So we keep saying that. I think what Pep nailed it for me yesterday. The core of that team has been changed. It's a younger like Haaland and Foden are now more or less the senior pros, along with Rodri. But like if you have Donnarumma and nets, Rodri in the centre of the park,
3 degrees in midfield, Lionel Richie up front,
and Haaland up the front, and then fill in the spaces. Then you have the makings of a great football team. But I think this season might be just one season too early.
Did you see that podcast last week, Paddy, where people were talking about that, who looked suspiciously like me, you and Anne-Marie, and we were saying all this, that, you know, the team is evolving, it is moving on. And we have always done that. You know, when people said, how are we going to replace Yaya Toure? We didn't go and get a new Yaya Toure. How can we replace David Silva? How can we replace Sergio? We didn't replace him, we just evolved. And we evolved that much that we ended up winning, you know, the Champions League and this, that and the other. It happens, and we're going through it again. And unfortunately, at the moment, we're just going to have to accept that about 300 per man, about 300 matches of experience has gone out the club.
It's true that, Stafford. I know it's true that. By the way, did you hear Ireland post match when he was talking about how much it means for the fans, and he goes, "I know that because I am a fan."
Yeah. I think Phil also said something similar, didn't he, before the game? I think he touched on the Ricky Hatton thing as well before pre-match. Yeah, we're good. We're good yesterday, Ireland. I think I agree with Martin. To be fair, that's one of his best performances I've seen.
He was world class. Let's get it straight. Haaland was world class.
And what's that? 9 goals in a week, 2 matches. Right. Well, seven in 2 matches, but I think he scored in the international before that. And
he's League Two striker though, isn't he? League Two striker.
He's a tapping merchant, isn't he? Do you think there was a little bit, Elliot, in the back of his mind? What's Arnie Snot saying that Isaac's better than you?
Yeah. I think Pep touched on it.
Hates United.
Who does? Haaland
and Foden were venomous yesterday because it was United. I just hope they have the same venom come Sunday.
By the way, Patrick.
Yes,
I did watch the show back last week. Last week's show, and I wasn't bottling a prediction. And if
you say 3-0 now, I'm going to jump into the fucking TV.
No. I said before the match yesterday to Mike, who sits next to me, because we always have a score prediction, and I said 2 each. I said, and I went 2 for Foden, 2 for Haaland. How close was I?
You were no more closer to me when I said 3-1.
But I got the goal scorers, dickhead.
What do you want, now? A Scooby stack?
No, I'm just saying. I heard what you were saying on the show, so again, it's my right to reply.
Yeah, but we have no evidence of what you said.
Is something up, Stan? We can fucking see you. No, it's just like something you see on these shoplifting programs where they scramble the face out.
His neighbour's got the bed, so the internet throws not that much now.
No, I was just wondering what was happening behind my camera. I could see you behind my phone, but there's nothing there, is there?
So, Martin, what big changes have you seen so far? Even from, I know it's an obvious one, we've done a summer in goal, but from, I don't think we played. Granted, I was absolutely slaughtered in Mallorca watching the Brighton match, but I don't think we was that bad. I nearly said against Mallorca, against Brighton.
I think we were all right for 45, 50 minutes against Brighton. I think we ran out of juice. I think the big thing is for me yesterday was just about, I saw a little bit of pride and a bit of fight and a bit of everything in everyone yesterday. I felt it was needed. Everything was needed. I've never said this earlier, not seen the stadium bounce like that for about 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
There was a wave of the last few weeks in back end of last season. Yeah, I know we went on a run, but there was an air of sort of defeatism. People had just come to the end of certain situations. But yesterday felt like, and again, I've all I've heard for the last 24 hours how poor United were. If I hear that one more time of some deluded person, how poor United were.
United look poor, to be fair.
Yeah, no, listen, I understand the poor. But why are we so scared to give our own team credit, our own players credit? People wanted Pep to change. He's changed.
Martin, I thought United report yesterday. Paddy, did you?
I'll tell you one thing, and I don't know if you noticed it, Andy, and we'll just see if the rest of the panel noticed it.
United report.
There was one massive change yesterday. Did anyone see it?
Substitutions?
On the flag.
Paddy just spit it out.
The North Standing extension is nearly ready.
What?
The North Standing extension is nearly ready.
We can't see that. We're sat there, mate. We can't see that.
Still got 4 months left.
Hey,
still got 4 or 5 months left. Yeah, that it's not open till Feb.
It's amazing how that, isn't it, Paddy?
That family stand's going to be massive, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, is that because we showed you yesterday?
It'd be a family stand full of kids, but you can't say anything because of the glare on the back of people's heads.
That's the label, the family stand.
Yeah.
Are you on about like a monkey's ass there?
Well, you could be. I tell you what, though, in defence of Martin, both things can be true. We were pretty good. We weren't great. However, United were poor.
Steve Lewis says, I like this new Martin. How many years has it took you to come round to our way of thinking, Martin?
Listen,
Martin, do you think Super League will happen?
Supporting the club
Super League will happen. Is it real test for him? Do you think Super League will happen yet, Martin?
If it happens, it happens. But
he's not fully.
I won't be sat in the stadium watching it.
Fake fan.
Oh, sorry. Just because you'll sell your soul for a magic bean, don't mean everyone else will.
No, it's the big. I think we all agree the big test is going to be on Sunday against Arsenal.
I think we play like we did yesterday is our best chance to beat Arsenal. We did it 2 years ago. We went to the Emirates. We conceded possession. Mm-hmm. I think we had 36% possession, and we
won 3-1.
3-1.
Because
we did have to have the ball and try and play sexy football. Sexy football is great, but you don't get points for sexy football.
Paddy,
yes,
it's true though, isn't it? Because possession don't win matches, goals do, and it's this well-known thing that all City just have possession. You know, they outpass everyone, and again the way we were evolving and stuff like that. Maybe we've not, and it's what Stan said as well. We've not. You can't replace a Yaya Toure. You can't replace a David Silva. So what you got to do, you've got to start playing a little bit different. So I'm not saying that's the penny drop with Pep because he's more qualified than all of us, but it's quite clear that we are playing a little bit different now. If we see some teams play with more possession, but we do what we in spells like we saw yesterday with the front three, where it was sensational. I'd take that every day of the week.
I think United had 55% possession yesterday. I could be wrong. I'm nearly sure they had.
How can they have 55% when we had 35?
Yesterday.
I'm only joking, mate. No.
All out of play.
I'm nearly sure United had the majority of the percent. But I don't mind. Like, if you're going to, like, Donnarumma is he's not Edison. We have to forget about him. And Pep says that yesterday, that he's not going to ask him to do anything that's going to make him uncomfortable. So if he's going to lob the ball up, Haaland brings it, knocks it off, leaves it off the Reinders or Doku, I'm happy with that. That's going back to the Niall Cullen days when we used to do that. Bring it on. Mm-hmm. I don't care. As long as the fucking ball ends up in the back of the net, I don't care how it gets there.
Mm-hmm. Same as me. Martin, do you want to read Adam's comment?
I can do. We would have 2 or 3 more goals if some crap striker was in our team. What is the obsession with Chris Wood?
Don't know.
You're all obsessed. If Chris Wood signed with City, you'd all have a meltdown. You would.
He's a City fan.
I don't care if he's a City fan. This is not 1995 anymore. Well, what are we doing here? Richard Edghill was a City fan. Didn't make him a good right back.
Come on, we had Tony Vaughan, City fan.
No, he wasn't. Tony Vaughan was not a City fan. He was a rag.
As much as you want, he wasn't a rag.
He even admitted it in an interview. He said, I was a United fan, but I couldn't tell anyone because I was at City.
You're talking out of your posterior
I'll
now.
send you the interview later. Promise you.
Jesus.
Chic MC. Good evening. Loads of tickets available Thursday. Could be quite empty. Pretty interesting that.
Oh, but I've got my Huddersfield tickets. Come on, Huddersfield away. We're doing it.
I don't know how many tickets are available, to be fair, but I don't go Champions League, and I don't go Champions League because they're not having a penny of my money at UEFA. I am a bit like that because I'd love to see KDB, but no, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go.
I can tell you now how many tickets are available. There's quite a few.
Elliot, what's your thoughts on KDB's return, mate, on Thursday?
Better set my tissues, Anna.
No, why are you going to do?
Here we go.
I hope it's to cry.
Hey, listen. The last time we were at this stadium, it were pretty emotional, weren't it, man? So now, yeah, it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird, man.
Elliot, I'm getting a bit of a big old softy now because KDB's last game, I was really emotional. I had tears in my eyes for that. I had tears in my eyes yesterday. What's going on?
I don't know. If you're getting a big softy and he's bringing his tissues, I'd like to know what's going on.
I want to know what you're all watching. Because I don't think it's a football game. There's loads. The whole of the North stands available. There's loads available for Thursday.
The Armchair Alliance was there to see KDB off the last match at the Etihad. The Armchair Alliance were there. And half the Armchair Alliance will be there on Thursday night. They welcome them back.
I don't think there's an appetite for the UCL within the fan base this year.
UCL?
Sorry, Champions League. Sorry.
What a YouTuber.
I don't think there is. I don't think there's an appetite for it. I think people want to get
YouTuber, isn't he? Top YouTuber now. He's got to be down about kids and
I'm going on Thursday. What you know? I'm going. I've got my tickets.
I think you're right there.
On Miss Gibbs, to be fair.
I think you're right there, Elliot. Years ago, that would have been. I think the fans think the Champions League shite at the moment. They wouldn't have. We don't have an appetite for it in all this annual. What's this modern speak that's going on here now? It's political correctness gone mad.
Yeah, the thing is as well, Stan, Martin wouldn't have said UCL. Martin wouldn't have said UCL back in days. He's changed loads now, man. He forgot his roots in it.
Yes, he's done all. Oh no, I was going to say he's gone all Goldbridge, but that's not fair on anyone.
Gone all Goldbridge.
I'm going to withdraw that remark. Calling somebody like gone all Goldbridge. Nobody deserves that.
Martin, to be fair to Martin,
maybe.
No, to be fair to Martin, Huddersfield away. You know, his first visit there. Some of us long-term Blues, we went there in the league, didn't we?
And we stayed for the 90 minutes.
Can you put the music on now for memory lane? Do you remember when we had them 3 cup games against Huddersfield? We had 2 drawn matches and then it went to a third match. The FA Cup in January back in 19 whenever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were the days.
Tell you what, Rashi Martin, I've not spoke to you about it. You went to the to what? Look, what's up with you, Paddy?
Read the comment.
Right. Good old Steve. Right, you went to the Oldham match, didn't you? Our under 21s. It seemed a pretty good turnout that from the City fans. To be fair, was it like old school?
There was about 800 of us. Really, really good. Trying to get the same for Bolton away. It's then we got Rotherham away, so it'd be fun. Yeah, it's I just needed a bit of old school. And I think it was a great turnout for the lads. It was really good to see. We sang proper old school songs. You know, I haven't sang for years. You know, the arse of a sparrow, the wings of a sparrow, the arse of a crow, and all that. Uwe Rosler chants were coming out. We were coming out with them all, and it was great to see. Saw Spike Britt, a few of the young lads.
That's your question, Martin.
Oh, go on.
And how many?
I was on the City app as well, according to Elliot.
Yeah, well, I saw you. So you're going leave it match at 85th minute anyway. How many of these players who you was impressed with do you see actually making it?
Not one. Question. The only one maybe is it Mikado? McKay, the right winger.
Yeah. McAdoo.
Yeah. Think he could have a chance. It was good to see Mafuni on the bench yesterday. McCassey didn't play. So the Kasky brothers. What do you mean by chance? A Carabao Cup game is not a chance. You tell like a real chance?
No, I'm just wondering because of the effect, because then the under 21s would have had, you know, seeing 800 Blues and stuff like that. It's because there is an element of old school City fans now not going to the Etihad as much, either for whatever reason or affordability and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And maybe there's going to be a bit of a rush for like old school, because you used to get a lot for the reserve matches as well, didn't we? You know, seeing players come back, which I still think we should see reserve matches anyway, because that's decent football. But for them kids, seeing 800 City fans there, and I've seen some of the footage on the City socials, and they seem to be really lapping it up at the end. Because was it 5-1, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean they had a penalty which they scored.
So it's still 5-1.
No, I was just trying to get a goalie who could actually save penalties. I was more pointed. We haven't got any goalie who saves penalties at the minute.
That's save, that's changed. Going to test stand.
I think Bolton will be a task, because Bolton are a good team. Bolton will be a test for him. So if you can get down there. The tickets are quite, well, I say cheap. I never know what's cheap anymore in terms of tickets. But I think it's £10 adults, £5 kids.
£10. You get a season ticket for that.
Bloody, I wish you could.
You did when I went. What's the problem?
Yeah, that was back in the 1800s. Queen Victoria was still bloody on the throne then, once she snapped.
Did you go through all the Eric Brooks songs and all that, all the proper old school gear that we all remember?
We were singing about Bert Trautmann and his broken neck.
Martin, I'll let you read that one out.
You want me reading now? United were poor yesterday. You know that, Ozzy? Did you watch the game?
Good evening, Ozzy. Hope you're well, my friend.
Turn up for post-match, you lazy sod.
No, it'd be good for the youth. You know, I might actually make the Bolton one. And it's not all about winning as well. It's about development for some of these kids, because obviously winning it breeds winning, but you need a bit of a knockback as well to make you.
Well, not only that, it's like 1894 put out. If you know, because not everyone can afford Monaco, Villarreal, all these away trips. You know what I mean? Which costs you a lot of money. They do, let's be honest. And I think, it's down the road. It's a decent club, Bolton. Rich history, good stadium, decent team.
I hate him.
I know I get that, but I'm just saying it's a good chance to get there and have a bit of atmosphere as well and sing a few songs.
Well, hang on a minute. Is this away?
Yeah.
No, bollocks to that. I'm not going.
Well, I've heard you and you don't go to a lot of home ones either, apparently, according to Andy.
No, that's true. But
At
do you know what I do? Do you know what I do?
Till end stand. Yeah, you stay till end stand, I've heard.
Not only that, Elliot. Do you know what I do? Quality over quantity. When I go, we don't get beat. Correct, Andy?
He is correct, to be fair.
The worst season we've had in years, we won 7 and drew 1 when I went.
The only thing is, which isn't great, I think we've got Huddersfield. Is Huddersfield Tuesday? And the Bolton game's on the Wednesday.
No, tell you what, yeah, you're visiting some banjo lands there, aren't you?
Like Elliot, like yesterday, I think we touched on it before. Like Sheik says, that Donnarumma celebration in front of the Rags. It not quite echoed Adebayor in front of the Arsenal fans, but it really got him. Yeah,
it did. It was very good, especially on his debut.
Were they even there to see it?
Yeah, that's true. They left after about what was he on the tram with you, Martin? Sorry, mate.
Excuse me. Do you know what gets Matt? I leave early to go and get the blue thing down because obviously I can't walk.
Bit of blue for the dads.
I'm gonna sit in the bloody car park for an hour and a half.
You don't have to explain to anyone.
Hour and a half in a blue car park. Sitting in sort this car parking situation out. It is a mess.
Have a rant. Go on. Have a rant. Go on.
No, it's a mess, this car park.
Go on, because
you 200 minutes to get out the car park.
Go on, Mike. Have a rant because you're scared of doing it on your own channel. I don't care on this one. Go on, have a rant.
Before you start your rant, I'm going. It's my bedtime. It's 9:20.
What car park do you want to be in? The Channel X?
Good night.
I want to be in a car park. I want to be in a car park where it take, I don't want to be in a car park longer than what I'm watching a game for.
Doesn't it look weird without Paddy now? Should we bring him back?
By the way, you talked about that young lad who's been sacked because I know you had a bit of a rant on X about it, didn't you?
No, we've done it. We've been there, done that, mate.
I saw you were making friends again on X.
No, there's a difference, mate, between.
Stan knows what I mean.
Yeah. With his phenomenal book, How to Influence People.
Sheik says, Martin, we're going to be chanting KDB all throughout the game.
No, we're not. This is what. Can we put the sentimental stuff away till after the game? Let Elliot sing KDB.
Yeah, I'll be at it, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Can I just pull you up? Can I just pull you up actually about something, Martin? What did you say about the car park?
90 minutes to get out.
What colour is that?
Blue.
Well, at least it's not red.
Well, there is only blue and orange. We don't have a red car park.
Yeah, but I'm just saying at least you're not in red. At least the car park in you know what I mean?
Bit of blue.
I'll kick off as well. I did get entertained by a 50-year-old man and a young lad wanting to have a scrap.
Is that why you were on your knees getting entertained by a 50-year-old man?
Here's one for you, Stan. Steve Black wants to know any news on the Walker transfer.
He broke that last week. He's gone to Burnley.
Has he actually gone to Burnley now? Is he there?
I can confirm it. He was seen on the pitch against Liverpool running around.
I wasn't sure if it was his twin brother actually who was running around because he actually looked half quick again yesterday.
I think he was had the second wind. He was playing down the slope, wasn't he?
Right. Seriously, Elliot. Obviously, we've got Burnley in a couple of weeks. What reception do you think Walker's going to get? Hopefully,
I think
it's a really good one.
Yeah, I think she'll get a good one. Go on then, Martin. I'll let you go now.
You know he's not getting it. If anyone gives him a good reception, there is more two-facedness going on than soft Mick.
Not from me, mate. He'll get.
I don't mean from you. You know what I mean, though. He was hounded out of this place. Hounded.
But hounded by, all right then, hounded by you? People who go or people on social media?
Yeah.
I think there's a big difference.
That's it. He was hounded out by Fred Bassett.
With Kyle Walker, I think there was rumblings within the stadium. You could tell that. There was a little bit of rumblings.
I forget the match. I know there was a match where KDB went to a little section of fans and basically said, fucking support him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But
there was.
He's got to get a good. I will be very, very disappointed if he doesn't get a good reception.
I think it was his comments off. I think it was his comments off the pitch that disconnected himself away from the fans, and he was club captain at the time. When he was
brilliant for us on the pitch, though. To be honest,
no, he was. He was the best right back ever in the Premier League for me. He puts Gary Neville in the dust. I'm not saying that. I just think. The question was, do I think he should get a nice reception? Yeah. Will it? I don't know.
I hope so. I really hope so. I think
can I ask you three a question? I was going to ask this earlier. Do you think 2025 football fans get bored easily of players? And I mean just for everyone now in 2025. Because I know me and Elliot spoke about this privately, about the days. Remember we used to have players that did 10 years, 9 years.
We spoke about it privately. Why are you putting it out in public?
I'm intrigued. Because I think the days of 10-year players, I think we get bored as fans and we become hypercritical very quickly. Well, including myself.
I'll go first then. Stan, how long have I said this? It's since the takeover and stuff like that, it's a case of I want a new toy. There's no patience anymore. Look at the way Gundogan was treated for one. It's like, why have we brought him back? When we brought him back, a lot of the fans were going, "Oh, he's come, one last dance." We see that quite a lot now. For me, I think it's a case of a new toy syndrome.
You've thrown your toy out already over Trafford.
I've not. I've still got faith in Trafford, mate.
No, I'm pulling your leg, man. Don't worry. It's I don't know. It's not a black and white answer, is it? It's quite complex in the fact that we've had plenty of 10-year players there. We've got statues of them outside the ground. But I think when somebody starts doing things that the club's not quite happy with, and I do think you're right, a player like Gundogan, he was never brought back to be a first-team player. He was always meant to be a backup. That's why they had that little clause in there. I don't think they ever expected that to get triggered. But some of the stuff that Kyle Walker was saying, Mike, it's I don't know. He shouldn't have been saying stuff like that. So it's a little bit of all of it, and at the end of the day, and if you don't like somebody, you're not going to like him.
Yeah, I just look at the trophies. I mean, like the statues of the statues, and the way some have turned on play. It's like Edison.
Yeah, but they're not. But Martin Amateur, I've told you this. They aren't real fans. They support players. They support players.
You did it on Savino.
In what sense?
That's a strange phenomenon.
You said if we
what did I say about Savino?
You said if we can get Rodrigo. No, I don't mean you were calling Savino, but it's you. People would have sold Savino to get
because
Rodrigo.
Savino obviously wanted to go. Obviously, he looked like he wanted to go. So therefore, if he wants to go, sure, that's the same with any player. Want to go? Thanks for all the best. Off you go.
I just think it's the new toy syndrome sometimes.
No, I'll defend Elliot there because again,
I'm not going to go at him.
No, hang on.
Don't twist things, you.
Sorry, Steve Lewis, but me and Elliot have talked privately.
Talking privately.
No. Me and Elliot have talked. I'll put it on for you, Steve. Me and Elliot have talked privately about the Savio situation. And that's not, we're bored of Savio. It's exactly what he's just said, because if Savio wants to go because he wants to get in the Brazilian national team, for the World Cup, fair enough. But I also thought we're well covered there. If we could, that is probably one position we could afford to make a decent amount of money on. And there's a difference between, do I like the lad? Yeah, I think he's got potential to be sensational. I just think business sense, we could afford to let him go.
Okay, then, Andy. I'm going to quote something. Stan, you're going to love this. Because when I say it, Stan will realise what I mean. Show me the quote.
I don't know where Martin's gone.
He's lost the signal. Signal's gone.
Show me the quote that says Savino wanted to go to Tottenham.
No, I said if a player wants to leave.
No,
and it's
you
the same
said you and Elliot, he wanted to go to Tottenham. Tell me
I think
the quote.
but hold on. Where did he come out and say anything differently?
He was injured.
Oh, come on, Martin.
I love twisting the things back on their own.
Okay, Martin, did he want to leave or not? Because you're the biggest ITK.
I don't know.
Yeah. He used to be fair.
I don't know. We'll have a private
Andy,
chat
listen to
about
this
it.
one.
We'll have a
Andy.
private chat about it.
So I was in one of Martin's many Twitter spaces the other day, and me and somebody mentioned about academy players being on the bench. So Martin yesterday come out and said last night, and I heard you, Martin. Don't think I didn't, because I did. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything because I knew we were going to be on the bench because I got told.
But I did. I got told Mifuna was on the bench.
Look at this,
You were talking about him.
So you tell me I'm starting 11 on Thursday, because you obviously know that much. So come on, Martin. What's starting 11?
I don't know the starting 11.
Martin, are you the FPL Tony on Twitter?
Oh.
FPL Tony. I need to lock this one up. Who's FPL Tony?
Hang on a sec. Sheik, it's like we normally do it on a Sunday, mate, and we just have a laugh. There's no toxic, and for anybody who's new to the channel, we just have a laugh, mate. Old school, taking the piss out of each other, finding something funny to talk about, even after defeats and stuff like that. We don't allow toxicity.
Tony's a fantasy football league thing. You should know what that is at your age.
No, he always seems to know, not just City, but when certain players are starting.
What you mean FPL Main Road?
No. Why would I say FPL Tony if I meant FPL fucking Main Road?
Because I can't see anything about these things.
You can't see anything.
I'm looking
That's
at
because you are it. That's because you are it. That's because you're in the account.
He probably knows more than that Tommy fella.
Tell you what, just look him up.
Jim Tolman. Who mentioned Jim Tolman?
He's someone who waffles, that real Tolman.
Oh, Tolman. I thought he meant Jim Tolman.
Jim Tolman.
Tonys and Tolmys in FPL. Everyone's the same name now.
The Mancunian way and all that, yeah.
ITK.
Should have put ITK or SZN on the end of me thing.
Yes, Sheik's right. Yeah, exactly, and that's Sheik's right there. FPL Tony actually broke Foden. It was about a few hours before kickoff.
Oh, Tony, right? I've spelled it T-O. There is someone called FPL Tony, Tony.
Right, okay then. You used to be a school teacher, didn't you?
Yeah. That wasn't what you said. You said FPL Tony.
Hang on. I'll tell you what. I'll start every time I say something now, I'll put in a banner for you, like that. Subtitles.
I can't see that. Make it bigger.
It's not the first time you said that, is it?
Talk to my missus.
Listen, let's park it here for this week. Listen, again, anybody who's joined us late and stuff like that, all I will say is the start of the show was pretty somber, but it is worth watching the start of this show. That's not me trying to get clicks or anything like that. There's a message in everything. It was mainly about Ricky Hatton and stuff like that, and what people should do, because nobody should be going through stuff like that. So please watch the start of the show. You can fast forward through the rest of the shit what we've been talking about, but listen, it's a horrible place out there sometimes, and just be kind to each other, because, you know, we're here for a good time, not a long time, guys. So, Stanley, thank you very much for joining us, mate.
Okay.
Martin, thank you very much for joining us.
Anytime, mate.
Elliot, a fucking pleasure, mate. You've made your debut,
Yeah.
mate. Always a pleasure, sir.
I'm
Always
waiting for him to
cheers.
turn his camera on.
I was just driving home, Martin, to be fair, so I've literally just pulled up now. So,
We need a face reveal.
And
Yeah.
the most important people are you guys in the chat. Honestly, we have a laugh every single Sunday. So anybody who's not watched the show before, we normally do it about 7 o'clock on a Sunday, and we just have a giggle. So come and get involved. I'm not asking you to be a member, subscribe, or anything. Just come along. Not even asking you to splash a like or anything. Just come and enjoy it. We have a laugh. Not like Martin. Smash them likes. No, we don't do that.
Somebody's doing it. What's that, a PS5? Just noticed the PS5 behind you there. Do you know how to turn it on?
I know how to turn your missus on, though. Anyway, we'll leave it at that for this week. Thank you to everybody who's joined us, and we'll do it again on Sunday night. Bye, all.
See you now.